Monday, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So as you can tell by the title, today is all about McCalls 8142. This was our closing day dress that I had made in the top that actually the entire outfit that my husband is wearing. I made the shorts and also the his polo shirt. So I decided to go with the fabric and everything that I will be sharing with you today. I'll give you a review on the pattern and my thoughts, a couple things that I left out or eliminated. And yeah, so the first thing I want to do is, of course, welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for tuning in today, and thank you for those who continue to tune in from week to week. And I want to thank you all for those who watched last week's video. If you did not catch it, I will make sure that the iCard pops up here. But it was suggestions on sewing room organization and everything. I kind of shared with you the space and kind of my thoughts and what I was thinking. I am watching videos that were suggested. Thank you for emails, DMs that were sent with suggestions as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I am writing everything down. It's really, has my wheels turning, so I'm very excited about that. So let me give you a little bit of it's more of a pictorial, because I actually forgot to record anything that day. Well, I don't even think I forgot. I just don't think I was really thinking about it. The only thing I did record that day was a walkthrough of the house, but I'm just gonna share not even really anything major for the house. But anyway, let me stop rambling. Go ahead and check out this quick pictorial, and I will be right back. That was our day. It was so exciting. It was such a blessed filled day. For those of you who at least this is how it is in the United States, that have gone through a closing process or whatever like that, you know, though that closing day can be a long day, a full day, I will say the favor of God was on us, because it was towards the end of the month. That's when everybody likes to close. People are refinancing, you know, all of that towards the end of the month. That's where you get that rush. And so but on that day, August 30th, we were the only people that was closing on that day. And I remember the closing officer said, you know, it's really strange. We usually have 6-7 couples lined up in the hall, and everybody's, you know, it's buzzing, and you know, yesterday was busy, but today is the only day of that particular week that we were the only people they were servicing. And that was the favor of God, because those who have gone, like I said, gone through the closing process, you know, that day can be long. But just imagine if there are other people in, you know, that's waiting to close. Certain parts of the closing process, there are pauses. And so that's when they would, you know, maybe move you out and move another couple in to get them to that part where there's a pause or whatever, and then move that person. And so as you know, just imagine how delayed or long the day could be. And so but it was just us. So definitely favor. And then it was so funny because she said, and the rest of the week we are slammed. And so, but you know, it's all good. So very exciting day. We actually had planned all this time. We had planned, oh, the day of closing, and our closing day was pushed twice. It was always for the month of August. We always knew that, but it was pushed to different days in August. It wasn't really any big deal. But we always planned that, oh, the day of closing, we're gonna go all have us a good old dinner or or lunch. It depended on the time that they told us we would close. And so that day came. Let me tell you, it was so much stuff going on, you guys, leading up to the day of the closing. Then the day before the closing, there was a lot of stuff. And then the day of, because the hours my husband worked, by the time he got home, only thing he had time to do was shower, change, get dressed, and then we had to leave right away for the closing the day of. And then, you know, the day of the closing happened. It was a blessed time. Our realtor was there. Absolutely love her. And then after, you know, we closed, went and got our keys, came to the house, all that good stuff, walked around, did a few things. We were hungry, but at the same more than hungry. We were hungry, but more so, we were tired. Because just imagine, we've been going through this process since January. We started looking last year. And then once we, you know, signed the contract and got things moving, we had just been exhausted. And for us, we realized everything that led up to that day and all the excitement and adrenaline for the day and everything, we were just exhausted. So we were like, okay, yeah, we're not really in the mood to be going to fancy restaurant and all this other different stuff. So as you can tell by the pictures, we just went to the Cheesecake Factory, and that food was so good. We went to the Cheesecake Factory, and we went home to take a nap. You guys, we woke up like 4 hours later, woke up long enough to, like, you know, do a couple things around the house. And, you know, we went right back to bed. I think we were up for maybe 30 minutes and then went right on back to bed because we were exhausted. That's how tired we was. But again, it was a beautiful journey. Would not change it at all. And so, yeah, so the dress, the fabric I chose, for those who might have noticed already, this is my design. Actually, this was the first year design that I did for BHM Pattern Designers. And so the day that you're seeing this video, because this is sold on the Spoonflower website, Spoonflower is having a 30% off sale on their fabric by the yard. So if you are interested in any of my designs, remember I've shared them with you on many occasions, the different designs. You know, I did my birthday dress, all, you know, I made different things with the fabric. And then you've seen other people post with what they made with the fabric. So if you were interested in any of the designs I created, head on over to Spoonflower. 30% off per yard going on right now, and then grab you some. I think the sale ends on October 31st, or it could be October 30th, perhaps the day you're seeing this. So head on over to Spoonflower, grab you some of the fabric. So let me share with you, this is the fabric. I chose modern jersey, as you can well, you might not be able to tell, but this is knit. The pattern does call for knit. I want to say that was the, yeah, it only calls for knit, and at least a two-way stretch knit, and then the lining is a tricot, and I did have tricot left over in my stash, which actually went very well. So this is the dress. I'll pop up pictures. Again, I didn't pop up video because I didn't take any video of me in the dress, but anyway, so this is the dress, and you'll see it better. I haven't figured out my angles yet with recording videos in here, but anyway, so I did use a tricot. Let me see if I can share it with you. You can see it there, and it's a stretch. The tricot is a stretch, and so the entire dress, top and bottom, is fully lined. And so let me just share with you. I'll show you the inside of the dress. The only thing I forgot to do, because by the time I finished this, again, it was just a lot going on, I forgot to put a label in here. And so one of my garment labels, which is also available on my website if you're interested, but anyway, that's okay. And so yeah, that is the fabric that I use. But let me give you a rundown of this pattern. So I chose this pattern. I've been wanting to make this for a while, but T from Creativity by T here on YouTube, if you followed her last year, her holiday series, fun series, she and make sure you go check out this video. I'll leave a link to it down in the description box, because at the end, her and her family were singing this holiday jingle and everything. it was so good. They were outside. Yeah, they were outside. But anyway, it is so good. So I had already saw the video, but then when I watched it again, I was reminded of that. But anyway, good job, T. That was so much fun. But anyway, she made this dress, and hopefully by the time I record this, I'll be able to pop up a picture of her in the dress with her permission. But anyway, she made this dress, and so I wanted it, so I did purchase it, and I did view B. The changes I made, it's a really easy dress to make, even with the lining. As T mentioned in her video, I'll also mention, if you don't want to line this, you're gonna have to kind of take a think on how you want to construct it. If you don't want to line it, I just highly suggest just lining it. The instructions were fine for lining this particular dress. The only thing I did, as you can tell, I went with view B, which is sleeveless. I did not include the slit up the front because I was thinking, okay, I'm going to a clothes and I know where I was wearing this. And then I was thinking, okay, but in the fall, I could easily put on a turtleneck underneath or a mock underneath and put a jacket on. Do I want to, you know, the whole slit thing? I was like, no, I don't. And I'm not, you know, it wasn't a formal event I was going to or anything like that, so, or a holiday party. So I eliminated the whole slit in the front. The instructions were very easy to follow. There were let me see. You do have to remember a couple tips. There is one piece, it's the skirt piece, where you have to tape two pieces of the skirt. I labeled it 13 and 13A. Those pieces have to be taped together, so don't forget to do that. The size that I cut, the package of my pattern is size 16 through 24. I decided to go with a size 20. And like I said, I did not do this slit. I told you it was a modern jersey that I did. Now, the view B does call for it to be long, almost, not quite ankle length, but pretty long, because if you can tell by the front cover, it is kind of being marketed for, you know, holiday, all this type of thing. But I took 6 inches off the skirt because, of course, I didn't want a skirt that long. There was, you do want to make sure that for your lining to stay in, and make sure you don't have any peeking out of the lining, that you remember to understitch your armholes. And so you're just taking your time doing the stitching process. And I did, because the pattern calls for the lining and the fabric to be joined together. So when you turn everything out, it's seamless. You don't see any seams on the inside. I decided not to do that just because I thought that would look, it wouldn't hang right. I was thinking, I don't think that would hang right if I did it that way. So I opted to leave my, let me see if I can back up here and show you. See, my lining and my skirt are separate. And this is a, like I said, the modern jersey from Spoonflower. So what I did was around the hem. Now, obviously this is a big circumference, but I used the Soaky stay tape, and there's a knit. I use that all the way around, and then I didn't even serge the bottom, because, you know, knit, you don't really have to, depending on the design or style of the garment that you're making. Some knits, you know, you don't have to necessarily turn under or whatever a knit. You can finish it off, leave it raw, make a decorative stitch on the bottom, something like that. So what I did was, let me see if I can share with you. I didn't even serge it. I just went ahead and put stay tape on the bottom and turned it under, and then just did a zigzag stitch, a slight zigzag stitch all the way around the circumference. And then for the slip, the skirt, the lining underneath, it's a tricot. I didn't even finish the edge. I just left the edge raw. There was no need to do anything with that. And so, yeah, it fits well. Again, I'll repop up a couple pictures, but it fits very nicely. And I do want to, I've been talking about making mock turtlenecks forever and a day. I have not made one, but I am encouraged to make one just to wear with this. Probably a navy blue would be a nice offset, because the flowers have that darker shade in there that would look nice, and to wear this over a jacket. I want to make another jean jacket. My denim jacket from McCalls Patterns, it's just too big, and so I do want to make another jean jacket. And so, but yeah, so let me turn this inside out and show you the inside. Okay, before I do that, I want to share with you the front. So the V in the front on the pattern, no, I did not. I was thinking the V would be too low, but it was not. I went ahead and left the V its original depth in the front, so you can tell in the front when I have it on that it's not showing anything. But I did have on my Rebecca Page strappy cami. You guys know I love this. I made so many of these, but anyway, I had this on underneath it that day. And so, okay, now I'm gonna turn it inside out. Okay, so here it is. So completely lined. None of my lining was peeking out, and because I did try to make sure that I took my time with the understitching all the way around. I know it might be a little hard to see. There you go. You can see the outside, the exterior peeking. So yeah, my lining stayed on the inside. The tricot lining, I bought that from, I don't know, but I've had it for at least over 5 years. I don't even remember why I bought it. Maybe I bought it for something. I know I used it because some of it was gone, but I had yards of it. I don't even know where I got it from. Yes, I do. I got it from Fabric Mart years ago. But anyway, it's really soft. I really like it. And so so yeah, you can see it. And the one thing I did not do also, I might have been running up against time, or I just needed to move on because everything going on with the house. I did not finish off where it joins the bodice and the skirt. I just sewed it together and left it like that. Okay, sometimes you just do that. Normally, yes, would I finish that off and make sure that that's looking all nice and cute and everything on the inside? Yes, but I did not because I was trying to finish so I can move on. I'm sure I was still packing. I was still packing at the time, and I really wanted to get my sewing room packed up. So I just really wanted to move on. But yeah, that I have nothing else to say about it. Those were the only adjustments I made. I don't remember if this pattern came with pockets. No, I don't think it did. This pattern doesn't come with pockets at all, so no pockets on this at all. Even if it did, I wouldn't have put pockets on here. But yeah, that is my review. That is our day, our closing day. It was a phenomenal day. Had a beautiful time. And so yeah, again, if you missed the video last week, go back and check that out so you see the space and kind of see what I'm thinking about doing. And if you're interested in this fabric, make sure you go out to Spoonflower, grab you some yardage, go over to the website and everything and look at it. But go to the website also, because I do have the garment labels. And for those, thank you again to everybody who is registering for the BHM Pattern Designers live event. We still have room available, and also sponsorships. If you are interested in being a sponsor, go head over to the website, read all about it. If you have any questions, you know that you can email me. We also opened it up for vendors. So if you are interested in being a vendor, you're in the area, or you're willing to bring your product in or whatever it is, the only thing with the vending, there's only 3 slots available. So we're taking inquiries as the inquiries are coming in, and going through it, my event planner and I, and deciding what would be the best fit for the event. So definitely reach out if you have any questions. Thank you to everybody who's sharing about the event. I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, I think that is it. I absolutely love this dress, and yes, I will definitely make this again. for sure. But as you all know, I have a lot of patterns I want to get through. So not sure when I would run back around to this particular pattern again, but it was a breeze to make for sure. So it's definitely worth making another. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that review. Make sure that you stay tuned for next week Sunday. I believe will be the sewing buzz. I will be back with the sewing buzz with a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to share. So stay tuned for that. But thank you everybody again for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. Let me know what you think of McCalls 8142. Have you made it? Make sure you go check out T's video, Creativity by T. I'll leave a link to it down below. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. You all have a blessed start to your week, and we will see you next Sunday. Bye.